Hi, and welcome to Catrin Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we will be discussing Raven, issues 1 and 2 from the new DC miniseries, written by Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman is one of the original creators of the character Raven, and this takes place. It's technically in DC Rebirth, but it's not labeled with the Rebirth label, the Rebirth monocle. If you want to know what timeline this takes place, she mentions in the very beginning of this that her friend Tim Drake is dead, so this takes place after his death in Detective Comics. And this clearly takes place before Teen Titans Rebirth, when Damian Wayne captures her and makes her rejoin the team. But this is part of a mini-series, and I gotta tell you, I actually really enjoyed the first 2 issues so far. It's the story of Raven attempting normalcy. Basically, she's just trying to be a normal teenage girl going to high school and living in your normal home, away from just being separated from being a superhero or demonic life, using magic and stuff just on a regular basis. She's trying to go to normal school, and she's not attempting to, but she attracts friends. And it's really funny because throughout the books, she's name-dropping all these other superheroes that have helped her and kind of aided her in thinking about going towards normalcy in high school. Like, Power Girl sets up her school records, and she's talking about how Wonder Girl says that she probably shouldn't use her powers to explode people's minds, and Beast Boy warned her about that people will try to lure her into conversations. I gotta tell you, I think the most jarring thing about this is the fact that she's called by her real name, which is Rachel. Something that a lot of people probably don't know about Raven. You get to see her aunt's family, which is very normal, suburban, husband, wife, 3 kids family, They're religious, and they always say grace, and it's really funny. The first time they say grace in front of Raven, her mind throughout the comic drifts off, but in the grace part, her mind drifts off, and she's like, oh God, did I make a poor mistake by coming here? And she's haunted by the dreams and memories of her family, the demonic half anyway. And she's attempting to go to high school. She's feeling these sickening just attacks, like psychic attacks on her. One of those attacks, she gets physically ill and she vomits, and a bunch of popular girls are laughing at her and just trying to make fun of her for it. So she uses her powers to make them imagine their worst and just deepest, darkest fears have come true. So they all are terrified that they're really pregnant. And she attracts friends because being a goth in this high school is really cool, apparently. And they all think that she looks like this rock star, dark mistress character who's the lead singer of a band. And she kind of just plays it off, because at first they're like, who do you look like? And she's like, oh snap, somehow they realized that I'm actually this superhero, and she's really worried about it. And then they're like, oh, you look like so and so, and it's from some like crazy band. And she's like, oh yeah, I really like her, especially her style. Anyway, so she's dealing with these attacks, and she realizes they're coming from another student. And the student is not only attacking her, with these powers, but it's affecting her friends around her. And it's taking control of them. One of her friends loses the ability to see. She uses her powers to heal him, and she's attempting to stop this girl who's psychically, telepathically, whatever you want to call it, attacking her. And basically she kicks Raven's ass. We don't know how she has these powers, but we find out that she's not associated with Trigon, Raven's father, and has nothing to do with any of her brothers, and she's really concerned about that. Anywho, moving into the second issue, we deal with the idea that she can be separate, her soul and her physical body can be separated, and that's a pretty cool panel. There's this great scene where she's fighting with her spirit and it's clawing away from her and attacking her, and she's fighting to try to reconnect with it, and I really love that panel. But as the story goes on, more and more high schoolers and just people in general are they're losing control. Someone's controlling them, be it mind control or psychic powers. We don't really know yet, but Raven goes into a fight with whatever this thing is towards the end of the second issue, and she's screaming that she can stop this, that she can find a way to stop this. And there's just a herd of people with wide eyes that are being controlled, and people are disappearing. And it's really weird, but you know what? I'm really enjoying it. I'm a huge Teen Titans fan, and I love Marv Wolfman. And I'm really enjoying his updated version of Raven. And I'm excited to see what comes out of this series next. It is a mini, so if you're not feeling like picking up the single issues, maybe wait a little while and pick up the trade in a couple months. I'm sure it'll come out. But yeah, this is definitely sticking on my pull list, and I would suggest this to anyone who's a Teen Titans fan or a Raven or Marv Wolfman fan. Yeah, so pick it up or wait till the trade comes out. That'll be it for this episode of Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and until next time, have a good one. Bye.